services and money-saving tips. With a smartphone, you will also have access to constantly updated information during outages. For 50 years, we have been the vital service you depend on daily for your electric, cable, and internet needs, and we hope to provide you even more information and benefits through Facebook and Twitter. Join us today. We are your Glasgow EPB, bringing you the future faster.
At the People's Bank in Glasgow, we believe that people still like the friendly atmosphere of a community bank. A bank where you're more than just a number. You get one-on-one personal service. A bank where your money's reinvested in the community. And decisions, well, they're all made locally. The People's Bank gives you everything you'd expect in a bank, including online and mobile banking. Get the banking you deserve. Located at 605C on Happy Valley Road in Glasgow. The People's Bank, working for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This Saturday morning, July 14th, Elmore Realty and Auction has a prime investment opportunity for you. 14 outstanding building lots to be sold in the Indian Hills Resort subdivision near Barren River Lake. These are lots on Mohegan Mound Road and Chippewa Pass in Lucas and features road frontage. Owner financing available too. The auction begins at 10 o'clock this Saturday morning. Now, the property is open, and you're welcome to drive by these lots to be sold at any time at Chippewa Pass and Mohegan Mound Road in Lucas. Get more details online at elmoreauctions.com or call 651-7711. Another quality auction conducted by Elmore Realty and Auction, the auction specialist, Dakota Ray Elmore, principal broker and auctioneer. The name you've grown to trust in Barron County since 1935 is Elmore.
You can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
And a very pleasant good morning, everybody. It's 8 minutes after 6 o'clock. We are waking up with 69 degrees, a little less humid air out there, and really not a break, but maybe a few more days with a less of a chance of rain. Ray Stajic puts it all in perspective.
I was on it yesterday afternoon watching radar and looking at showers, thunderstorms. They were more isolated than anything else, but some got wet, some did not. And now back behind that front, the air mass just a little bit cooler. It's probably more about the dew points and the drier air settling in than anything else, as our dew points will be in the 60s, maybe even some 50s. And that means the humidity won't be too bad. Overall, a dry stretch of weather coming up until about Sunday when that next mention of rain comes in. Nice clear sky this morning, mostly sunny later, 91. Tonight clear, 63. Yeah, some spots down into the 50s. So beautiful start to Friday morning, mostly sunny later, 93. Mid-90s coming for Saturday, a few clouds around, and that chance of thunderstorms on Sunday. Highs low 90s, and thunderstorms could linger into early next week. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. So it sounds like a little bit of a break from all the summer heat. Not a real long break, but hey, we will take it. Let's look at the current conditions this morning. The humidity is down at, let's see, the last time I read the hygrometer, it was 82%. Northeast winds at, 5 miles an hour. The barometer is up at 3010, and there's been no precip in the past 24 hours that has dropped in our rain bucket. More bark than bite as far as the rumble of thunder shower activity in the afternoon around here. 69 degrees from WCLU. Good morning, everybody. We're going to the newsroom for round one of local news, and here's News Director Angela Briggs. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Henry. The Barron County Sheriff's Office makes an arrest after a father shoots at his son. Around 8:30 Tuesday night, the Sheriff's Office responded to a residence on Beaver Creek Boat Ramp Road after they'd received a report of a domestic situation where a man was shooting at his adult son. After they arrived, deputies made contact with the son and the father. Now, the father, 56-year-old Kerry Lemons, told deputies that he and his son had gotten into an altercation that had turned physical. He said that during that physical altercation, his son had choked him, so he grabbed a .22 caliber pistol, fired 2 shots over his son. He said his son then fled down a hallway and he fired more rounds until his .22 jammed. Then he picked up a 9mm handgun and fired another round into the wall where the son had fled. Lemon's son said that he was acting in self-defense during the physical altercation and said that once he'd gotten to the bedroom, he went out a window and fled until he saw deputies arrive at the scene. Kerry Lemons, the father, was arrested, charged with attempted murder, domestic violence, and wanton endangerment. He was lodged in the Barron County Detention Center. In Kentucky, Governor Bevin has signed an executive order that expands the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship to include students enrolled in certificate diplomas and Associate of Applied Science degree in the state's top 5 high-demand workforce sectors. Additionally, the scholarship will now be available for high school students for dual credit career and technical education courses in pathways in Kentucky's top 5 high-demand sectors. The scholarship, initially announced by Governor Bevin back in December of 2016, provides financial aid for eligible Kentuckians who've not yet earned at least an associate's degree. Through the WRKS, eligible students can receive funding to study in advanced manufacturing, business and IT, construction trades, healthcare, and transportation and logistics. The scholarship can also be utilized by adults without a high school diploma who wish to pursue their career certification or Associate of Applied Science degree in tandem with obtaining their GED through the Accelerated Opportunity Kentucky program offered through the Kentucky Community and Technical College system. You can learn more by going online to helpwantedky.com. And here is Superintendent Dr. Benny Lyle with a rundown of the most recent meeting of the Metcalf County Board of Education.
Metcalf County Board of Education met in regular session on Tuesday, July 10th. In recognitions, the Metcalf County Elementary School Junior Beta was on hand, sponsors and some representative students. They were recognized for their outstanding accomplishments at the recent state and national conventions. So congratulations to those teachers and to those sponsors. In action items, the board approved the data security and best practices document provided by our district technology team, and the board approved physical therapy contract and occupational therapy contract for the coming school year. The board discussed the bid for the community center. There was one bid for that came in over bid, and so in conversations with the federal funding agency, that item was not acted on, and conversations will continue with the lone bidder to see if adjustments can be made in the pricing of that facility. The board approved the district assurances for the Kentucky Department of Education and approved second read of related policy updates and notifications. The next meeting of the Board of Education will be on Thursday, August 9th at 5 p.m.
It's 6:13 a.m. on this Thursday morning, 69 degrees.
Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in 50 plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Save big on summer adventure during our Jeep Celebration event. How about saving up to $5,800 off the factory MSRP on a new 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Or choose up to $4,000 off the new 2018 Jeep Renegade. Now you can save up to $3,750 off on the newly redesigned 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because you're...
In more local news, Glasgow police conducted a traffic stop on Burkesville Road On Monday, upon investigation, Officer Jonathan Clark made contact with the driver, Emily Zagurko, who informed him that she did have meth in her vehicle. She was arrested, charged with possession of a controlled substance, tampering with physical evidence. Officer Jonathan Clark made that arrest. And the latest on Papa John's founder John Shatner has resigned as chairman of the board. The company made the announcement late yesterday, hours after Shatner apologized for using a racial slur during a conference call back in May. The apology comes after Forbes cited an anonymous source saying the pizza chain's marketing firm broke ties with the company afterward. Forbes said that Shatner used the N-word during a media training exercise when asked how he would distance himself from racist groups. Shatner reportedly complained that Colonel Sanders never faced a backlash for using the word. Now, in a statement released by Louisville, Kentucky-based Papa John's, Shatner said reports attributing his use of inappropriate and hurtful language to be true. The U.S. Forest Service is seeking public feedback on how it should plan for recreation and environmental education at Land Between the Lakes. A statement from the Forest Service says public comments will help guide the agency's decisions over the next 10 to 15 years for Land Between the Lakes, which encompasses more than 170,000 acres in western Kentucky and Tennessee. Jeff Laird, he's the customer service manager at Land Between the Lakes, says it's imperative to get thoughts and ideas from the public so the agency can develop sustainable plans. Open houses will be held on August 1st at the Stewart County Visitor Center in Dover, Tennessee, and August 7th at the Joe Creason Community Center in Benton, Kentucky. You can also give your public comment online at www.landbetweenthelakes.mindmix. And U.S. Attorney Russell Coleman's announced that 8 former supervisory and safety officials at Armstrong Coal were charged by a federal grand jury to conspiracy to defraud an agency of the U.S. government. The indictment charges the conspirators sought to deceive federal mine safety regulators as to the daily levels of breathable dust at both the Parkway Mine in Muhlenberg County and the Coronos Mine in Ohio County. Breathable or respirable dust is the primary cause of black lung in miners. The federal grand jury also charges the 8 Armstrong Coal officials with making false statements as to the results of tests required to be conducted every 60 days to protect certain designated occupations. That is the dustiest and most dangerous job assignments in a coal mine. The grand jury says that contrary to regulations, they removed dust testing devices early in the miners' shifts and placed the devices in less dusty or clean air. During the testing period, officials replaced miners who ran the most dust-causing machines with miners who were not wearing the dust testing devices so the company would pass the test. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs at 6:19 a.m., 69 degrees.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good, he'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
The N-word. Schnatter apologized Wednesday afternoon for his use of the slur. Last fall, Schnatter received heavy criticism after he said the pizza chain's sales were hurt by the NFL's handling of protests by players who knelt during the national anthem. Company officials later apologized and Schnatter stepped down from his role as CEO in December. I'm Suzanne Duval.
A judge's ruling that the state's pension plan is unconstitutional appears to be headed for the Kentucky Supreme Court. Wednesday, Governor Matt Bevin's lawyers argued a motion to alter the original ruling. The judge who ruled the plan unconstitutional because of the way it was passed said he will not give an opinion on the substance of the bill and if it breaks the inviolable contract. The water is flowing again in Owensboro. Owensboro Municipal Utilities customers have water service again following a major water main break on Monday. The boil water order could be lifted today. 8 former supervisors and safety officers at a Kentucky coal company have been indicted on federal charges that they rigged dust monitoring in underground mines, forcing miners to work in dirty conditions. U.S. Attorney Russell Coleman explains.
What this case is about, protecting miners. It's a dangerous business. From falling objects in the mines to the nature of the equipment used to mine to what's known as black lung.
The 8 company officials with Parkway Mine in Muhlenberg County and Kronos Mine in Ohio County were charged Wednesday with 1 count each of conspiracy to defraud the government by deceit, trickery, and dishonest means. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Did you know that last year in Kentucky there were over 9,000 crashes involving semi-trucks, resulting in 93 deaths? It's time we all take responsibility on the highways and share the roads safely with each other. Kentucky State Police will be looking for aggressive cars and trucks on the highways. If you are tailgating a big truck or cut a truck off, you may receive a ticket. Please, drive like your life depends on it. Because it does.
It's the summer travel season. To raise awareness of traffic laws and to encourage safe driving habits, state and local law enforcement are out in force during the Blue Lights Across the Bluegrass campaign. The goal is not to write tickets, but to save lives. Don't speed, don't drive impaired or distracted, and always wear your seatbelt. Obey the laws, or you will be cited. No exceptions, no excuses. Paid with federal funds through the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David, Jerry, and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
It's 6:23 at WCLU, and it's 69 degrees. In area funeral announcements this hour, David Earl Pettigo, age 71, of Glasgow, died Wednesday at NHC Healthcare. David was a truck driver and a farmer and enjoyed working with horses. He attended Highland Hills Church. He is survived by his wife, Shirley Eubank Pettigo, 4 children, Shauna Poor, Brian Pettigo, and Matt Pettigo of Glasgow, and Brandy Pettigo of Nashville. Grandchildren, Cheyenne and Cassie Poor, Addison Pettigo, and Danielle Garman. Mother-in-law, Reba Ward of Glasgow. Sister-in-law, Betty Pettigo of Glasgow. 2 brothers-in-law, Ed Eubank of North Carolina and Tim Eubank of Glasgow. Funeral services for David Earl Pettigo will be at 2 o'clock Saturday at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burial will be in the Bristoltown Cemetery. Visitation will be Friday from 4 until 8 and Saturday morning until time for service. The family requests expressions of sympathy take the form of contributions to the funeral home to assist in final expenses. Vivian Hamilton, age 84, of Glasgow, died Tuesday at T.J. Sampson Community Hospital. Vivian was retired from Metcalf Healthcare in Edmonton and of the Baptist faith. She is survived by her husband, Jim Hamilton, a son, Dan Hamilton of Chicago, a daughter, Susan Elmore of Glasgow, 4 grandchildren, Eric Elmore of Glasgow, Colleen Watson of Chicago, Kevin Hamilton of Chicago, and Joshua Elmore of Glasgow, 1 great-granddaughter, Ava Elmore of Glasgow. 2 sisters, Arlene Ajic of Edmonton and Ruth Wileman of Chicago. Funeral services for Vivian Hamilton will be Friday morning at 11 o'clock at the Butler Funeral Home in Edmonton. Burials to be in the Metcalf County Memorial Gardens. Visitation will be from 5 until 8 tonight and after 9 Friday at the funeral home. Thomas Wayne Kersey, age 40, of Canmore, died Saturday at the T.J. Sampson Community Hospital. He was a self-employed mechanic and attended the Christian Fellowship Missionary Baptist Church. He was the son of Lawrence Kersey and the late Rita Faye Robinson Duval. Besides his father, he is survived by a daughter, Caitlin Kersey of Louisville, a sister, Monica May Meredith of Glasgow, one brother, Brandon Kersey of Canmer, aunts, May Slayton and Betty Gore of Linwood, Sue Molden of Edmonton, Phyllis Humphrey and Brenda Shrigler, both of Canmer, Emma Kersey Davidson of Cave City, uncles, Wayne Robinson of Canmer, Randall Kersey of Munfordville, Lenny Kersey of Linwood. Funeral services for Wayne Thomas Kersey will be held at 11 o'clock Friday morning at the Brooks Funeral Home. Interment is to be in the Linwood Memorial Gardens. The family will receive friends from 11 a.m. until 8 a.m. today. That's from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. today and from 9 a.m. until 11 o'clock Friday. Memorial contributions can be made to the Brooks Funeral Home for funeral expenses. Mrs. Naomi Ruth Robertson Green, age 81, of Burkesville, died Tuesday at Commonwealth Regional Specialty Hospital in Bowling Green. She is survived by her sons, David Eugene Green of Burkesville and Terry Allen Green of Burkesville, a daughter, Sharon Cope of Marrowbone, a sister, Mary Johnson of West Memphis, Arkansas, 5 grandchildren and 8 great-great-grandchildren. Funeral services for Mrs. Naomi Ruth Robertson Green will be Monday afternoon at 3 o'clock at Norris New Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Birchville Cemetery. Visitation begins at 5 p.m. Sunday afternoon at the funeral home. Mr. Kenneth Kenny Frank Pitcock, age 46, of Burkesville, died Tuesday at Cumberland County Hospital. He is survived by his father and mother, Wendell and Faye Daniels Pitcock of Burkesville, his wife, Jessica Stevens of Burkesville, his children, Anthony Pitcock of Burkesville and J.C. Severe of Burkesville, Kendra Pitcock of Burkesville, and Kiki Pitcock of Burkesville. His brothers, Todd Pitcock of Plainfield, Indiana, and Kevin Pitcock of Burkesville. Mother-in-law, Donita Stevens of Burkesville. 3 nephews and many other relatives. Funeral services for Mr. Kenneth Frank Pitcock will be Sunday at 2 at Norris New Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Burkesville Cemetery. Visitation after 2 p.m. Saturday at the Norris New Funeral Home. Phillip Brian Stover, age 82, of Burkesville, died Monday at Cumberland County Hospital. He was a member of the Waterview Church of Christ, business owner of Stover's Service Station in Marrowbone, retired bus driver after 32 years of service with the Cumberland County Board of Education, and a farmer. He is survived by his wife, Joyce Murley Stover, his daughters, Carol Sharp of Marrowbone and Kathy Garner of Burkesville, grandson Andrew Sharp, granddaughters Brittany Childress and Brooke Sharp. Service for Philip Brian Stover will be Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. That's Saturday morning at 10 o'clock at the Memory Chapel of the Norris New Funeral Home, with burial to follow in the Marrowbone Cemetery. Visitation begins after 1 p.m. Friday. Contributions appreciated to the Marrowbone Cemetery, the American Heart Association, or any charity of your choice. Service for Lavenna Minyard Duff, 86, of New Grove, will be at noon Friday at the New Grove Missionary Baptist Church. Interments to be in the Hawkins Cemetery. Visitation in progress at the Patton Funeral Home in Brownsville. Visitation for H. Taylor, age 84, of Munfordville, will be at 9 o'clock today at the Brooks Funeral Home. Interment at 11 at the Campground Cemetery in Bonneville. Services for Dolly D. Nash, age 93, of Edmonton, will be today at 1 o'clock at the Butler Funeral Home. Burial will follow in the New Liberty Cemetery. Services for Clifton C. Francis, age 84, of Glasgow, will be today at 1 p.m. at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burials will be in the Caney Fork Cemetery at Etoile. Memorial contributions can be made to the Barren River Animal Welfare Association. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day free at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance, growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local, family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Chance of thunderstorms on Sunday, highs low 90s, and thunderstorms could linger into early next week. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
69 degrees this morning. Let's look at the WCLU constant coverage and studio radar screen. Crystal clear out there. The skies are clear. I noticed the visibility at the Glasgow airport is a maximum, which is 10 miles. When the skies are clear at the airport, you can see 10 miles. And you can see all 10 of them this morning because it is crystal clear out there. 69 degrees here at WCLU. Winds out of the north at about 5 miles an hour and 82% humidity. We like that. We like low 80s as far as early morning humidity. Feels a little better out there, I think. 69 at WCLU. Weather brought to you by your friends at Southern States, helping you get ready for grilling season.
Shut that window! We can't afford to heat the whole neighborhood. You ever said that to someone in your house? Smith Siding in Glasgow would love to show you how much heat the neighborhood gets even with your old leaky, inefficient windows shut. And how much better their vinyl replacement windows insulate against outside cold air. Plus, they're easy to clean and bring new life to the appearance of your home. Randall and Shane Smith would love to talk to you about windows. In business for 44 years, we get it right. 651-1009. Nothing can take down a home like a debilitated, leaky roof. How can you find a roofing contractor who can analyze the problems and then come up with a quote that may be less expensive than you think? Smith Siding has a great reputation in Southern Kentucky. In fact, insurance companies depend on Smith Siding as a reliable contractor. You can too. Have Shane and Randall Smith look at your situation and start the process. In business for 44 years, we get it right. Smith Siding, 109 Ensminger Drive, behind Dairy Queen.
That is correct. 6:33 at WCLU. I'm jumping the gun here because did that touch tone? Did y'all hear that touch tone? You didn't? Well, let's see. I wonder why that is. I'm playing the touch tone. Which means, what that means is, we're going to take caller number 6 right now at 6519149 or 800-956-1023. Caller number 6 is going to win a pair of tickets to go and enjoy Muscadine Bloodline on Friday night. Let me see if, yeah, that's going to play. I want to make sure that I get that to where it'll work. But anyway, it's we had one of these famous Microsoft upgrades overnight, which is probably why you can't hear the touch tone. How cruel is that? Give me a call here at 6519149 800-956-1023. Caller 6 going to go see Muscadine Bloodline Friday night.
In every life, there comes a time when you need a caring friend. When you're faced with the loss of a loved one, you need a solid, dependable foundation to draw strength from. At Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home, we're friends that understand. Friends you can count on to be there for you. When simple words are not enough, we provide the strength you need to make it through the darkest hours. Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home in Glasgow. For our most current obituary information, visit our website at hatchersadler.com.
I am loaded.
Are you crazy, chicken?
No, I'm loaded with sauteed mushrooms, bacon, green onions, and a blend of cheeses. And have you met my girlfriend, Hawaiian Chicken?
Aloha.
And this is my old buddy, the deluxe grilled chicken sandwich. He's big and bad on the outside, but tender on the inside with Swiss cheese and bacon strips.
Take your pick at Colton Steakhouse and Grill, serving Glasgow, Campbellsville, Radcliffe, and Bardstown. We know what's at stake. And chicken, too.
All right, we're going live right now because I was having trouble understanding your last name, but I believe you said Eva Reeves. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, Eva Reeves, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Well, you feel like the day is going to turn in your favor because of the fact that you won a pair of tickets to go see the new Nashville scene, Muscadine Bloodline at the Plaza Theater.
Oh, yes.
Are you familiar with them at all?
Not really.
They have some great music, and you need to check them out. Muscadine Bloodline. They grew up in Mobile, Alabama, and they came to Nashville, and they are setting the place on fire, it looks like.
Okay, that sounds great.
You can tell us for sure, Eva Reeves, when you go see them on Friday night. Hang on to the telephone line. I'm going to tell you how to get your tickets, okay? And you wait right there, but thank you for turning on the radio this morning and putting the button out there on WCLU, okay? Are you what city are you in, by the way?
Edmonton.
Okay, you're in Edmonton. All right. Well, you've been to the Plaza Theater before, I am sure.
Yes, sir.
And you know how beautiful it is. You know this is going to be a great show. Thank you for tuning in, Eva.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good day. All right, 6:37 at WCLU.
Time is running out to register for Ralphie's European Excursion Day Camp. Get signed up now for the week of July 16th through the 20th for kids entering K through 7th grade. Enjoy daily challenge games including laser tag, bowling, mini golf, time free, and dodgeball, along with wet and wild water games, plus educational projects and adventures. 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. with morning drop-off starting at 7:30. To sign up for day camp the week of July 16th through the 20th, call Robin McMurtry at 670-4431. Or Ralphie's at 629-GAME.
All right, let's see here. Before we let me do this. Let me get over here and let me see if my music will play, Aaron. If it doesn't play, then you can fix it. All right. Let's see here. Birthday music. Nope, it's not playing. So, you want to do it live, or you want me to play a commercial? Huh? Take a break. All right. Well, you know what? Out at Ralphie's, they're having that big deal next week. Get ready to sign up for it because it's going to be a lot of fun.
When the skies are gray and the weather won't cooperate, think of all the great days that lie ahead. And one company can make every day better. Time Savers. Whether you need a little help or a lot, a ride to the grocery store or to the airport, a load of laundry washed or meals prepared, a week of round-the-clock care, or months of a few hours a day, Time Savers is the only service that does it all. I'm Elizabeth Downing, and we have built Time Savers to reflect everything we want for our own families. So chase away the clouds and let Time Savers brighten your days. Call us at 270-792-5703 or go to mytimesaversky.com. That's 270-792-5703 or mytimesaversky.com.
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery that mediocrity can pay to greatness. Those are the words of the great 19th century playwright Oscar Wilde, and those words are still true as it relates to where you fill your prescriptions, get fit for medical devices, and purchase gifts for holidays and special occasions. I'm Robert Oliver, pharmacist and owner of the Glasgow Prescription Center in the Southgate Plaza, and I proudly and unapologetically would like to state that there's only one Glasgow Prescription Center. Growing up in this community, I've seen many pharmacists come and go, and being active and serving in our Chamber of Commerce, I can also say proudly that I believe our future is bright. That's why I've invested in having the best facilities and continue to invest in having a staff that represents the quality of service Glasgow Prescription Center has strived for since 1970 and continues to deliver today. So as the decades pass and the landscape of our community changes, you can guarantee there's only one Glasgow Prescription Center, and while we are subject to imitation, you'll never find a duplication of our commitment to you and our hometown.
Okay, birthdays today. Here we go. How about Matt Flowers? Matt Flowers, a good fella, having a birthday today. Also, Kim Gordon. Kim is turning 44 today. It is Karen Small's birthday. We also have, let's see, Carrie Button. Happy birthday to Carrie Button. It is Dorothy Wood's birthday today. Dustin Pop is celebrating. Dustin, by the way, is turning 21 today. Let's get him on the list there for sure. Couple of anniversary couples today, too. It's the anniversary of Jeff and Nancy Moore. Happy anniversary to the Moores. And then we also have Joseph and Tina Perry. Joseph and Tina Perry are having their 10th wedding anniversary today. What about that? 651-9149 or 800-956-1023 or online here from WCLU radio.com. And what we want to do, let me get my little button pushed right here, is to get the archives on the air. That's right. Folks love when we go backward and talk about things, and this is going to be another day that we do that. The archives brought to you by Joseph A. Wade, Industrial Hardware Services.
15,000 inventory items, custom brake hoses while you wait, cylinder repair. Is there anything Joseph A. Wade can't do? Well, one thing's for sure, Joseph A. Wade Incorporated serves a large community of people who believe there's no job they can't do, and that's the same attitude Joseph A. Wade has in their line of work. So for the smallest screws, Allen wrenches, or drill bits, or even a 5-stage hydraulic cylinder measuring 25 feet in length, Joseph A. Wade's motto? No problem. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, 311 Industrial Drive, Glasgow.
All right, let's see here. Is it time to go down memory lane, Angela? I think it is.
I just want to say for the record that once I get off these crutches, I will be the South Central Kentucky arm wrestling champion.
Arm wrestler. So
I'm just saying.
Because are your arms
I'm saying those crutches are hard on you.
Oh, okay.
And they're making me have big, you want tickets to the gun show?
I don't know. Are those two related?
The gun show? My big guns?
Okay. I'm sorry.
What did you think? It was one
I thought somebody called and said, "Hey, I got some tickets to the gun show to give away."
At the Cave City Convention Center.
Don't know.
No.
I didn't know.
I mean, we might hold the South Central Kentucky Arm Wrestling Championships at the Convention Center. We're not really sure yet.
That would be cool, wouldn't it?
I mean, maybe. I want to brag on Aaron.
Yeah?
Because, sometimes, every now and then, rarely, I've been known to give Aaron a hard time. But it's impossible to carry coffee and be on crutches.
That's
Past
true.
2 mornings, he has saved me.
Yeah. See, he was raised right.
I'm saying. I mean, I'm still going to beat him up, but I think it's awesome.
Yeah, that's just like a big brother, a little brother, big sister thing.
Exactly.
So we can handle that. All right. I'm going to tell you that I'm going to go into the archives.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you that there's some fascinating things here.
Okay.
We were actually, it was kind of a little bit disheveled around here, so I want to make sure you know that Eva Reeves from Edmonton won those tickets for the Muscadine Bloodline. And that's just one pair. I've got more to give away.
And Cade McFarland is 16 today.
Okay. Cade McFarland is 16. We
Get
don't want to
off
mess
the
that
roadways.
up. Okay. All right. So I will put that on the list right here.
Heck yeah.
If not, I'll forget it.
I like that word, disheveled. That might be the word of the day.
Well, it's a useful word because, it makes you think. What's he
Or
talking
makes you
about?
laugh.
Yeah. Okay, 1918. This is a tragic start to the day.
Henry.
Well, but it turned out okay. It was 100 years ago this very day in the Glasgow Times, this story. While coming up Maple Driveway, which we now know 100 years later as South Green Street. But while coming up Maple Driveway late Wednesday afternoon, the pony that Mrs. Ed N. Caldwell was driving became frightened when some part of the harness broke and the horse ran off.
What?
The occupants, Mrs. Caldwell and son, Mrs. Paul Holman and son, Paul Jr., were all thrown out. Mrs. Caldwell has 2 broken ribs.
Ouch.
Besides several other painful cuts and bruises. The Holmans had no broken bones, but they were badly bruised and shaken up. The top of the buggy was demolished.
Goodness.
So they were out for a stroll. Can you imagine a buggy ride down the maple driveway. It had to have been a beautiful, beautiful scene until the horse bridle broke. The horse said, "I'm out of here."
Right, right. Oh wow.
1918, but there wasn't anybody terribly hurt.
True.
All right, this is an interesting story from 1928 where policemen, this is Glasgow policemen,
Okay.
this is in the Republican.
What'd they do?
1928, Glasgow policeman Pate Walkup was called to Burkesville Saturday to use bloodhounds in the robbery of the Curtis and McComas store.
Goodness.
Where about $50 worth of goods had been taken. Necessarily, the trail was several hours old when the officer, along with the dogs, one of them's name is Trooper, the other one's name is June, arrived on the scene. The dogs picked up a trail and followed it about a half a mile to the home of Arthur Hunter. Well, a search failed to find the goods, and circling the premises, the dogs again picked up the trail that led to the side of a hill a short distance from the Hunter home, where the stolen goods were found. Hunter was arrested and confessed and implicated 2 others.
Uh-oh.
The local bloodhounds are less than 9 months old, and they are making a wonderful record as man trailers.
Man trailers.
Well, I mean, think about it. So it was pretty serious here when the robbery, they asked the Glasgow police to come to Burkesville to investigate because we had the bloodhounds.
Bring the man trailers with
That's right, and boy, they are pretty talented, it sounds like. They didn't give up after one bad strike. They got to the bottom of it.
That is too funny, man trailer.
1928 it was. They found the goods, and then they just went and signed up the man.
I think I'm going to start following Aaron around.
Yeah.
And start a hashtag, hashtag man trailer.
Man, Aaron trailer?
No, just man trailer.
Man trailer, okay, all right.
Yeah, because, there might be hashtags for like other weird things in that.
Yeah.
That would bring me joy to know that Aaron was, included in those weird things.
All right. If that's what you want to do.
Yeah, it definitely makes my top 5 list.
All right. 1938. Here's the news.
Okay.
Preparing now for winter.
What?
This day there was a story in the, let's see which paper this is. A story in the Glasgow Times. A most commendable movement has been inaugurated by the Parent Teacher Association here in anticipation of feeding the underprivileged children during the coming winter months. Now, the association has a quantity of empty jars which they will be glad to have filled. You may have a share in this worthy cause by securing some jars from the committee, and while you're doing your canning, fill 1 or more jars for somebody less fortunate.
Well, there you go. That's nice. It's a nice thing to do.
Mrs. Kyle J. Taylor and Mrs. L.W. Downing. And you can get those, you can call these ladies, Ms. Taylor and Ms. Downing, and tell them how many jars you want to fill. And the committee will be glad to deliver those jars to you.
Well,
now, that's really kind of neat. I remember Ms. Taylor and Ms. Downing and, their efforts to do such things. But in back in 1938, hey, everybody canned in the summertime, getting ready for the winter.
Right.
And so why not, if you're getting ready for the winter, put a couple more cans up and fix it for the underprivileged.
I mean, help somebody getting in.
That's right. 1938 is a good way to get it done, for sure.
I would agree.
All right. This day in 1948, a big grand opening here. This was a homecoming grand opening. The opening of Harlan Motor Company at 307 West Main Street in Glasgow, which had to be like almost next door to where we are. I guess up here on the corner. Anyway, it says here that you can come by and see the new Dodge cars and trucks and Plymouth cars. Souvenirs and gifts for everyone. Listen to these souvenirs and gifts. Free hot dogs and Coca-Colas. Free radios. Free bicycles, free auto heaters.
What?
And a free Tennessee walking horse.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
That is one heck of a grand opening.
Like a yard sale / grand opening.
And in fact, I'm just going to tell you that I was intrigued, like how many walking horses did they give away?
Right.
I snuck ahead, and tomorrow I'll have the name of the person who won the horse.
That's crazy.
It was just one horse. But what a way to let's celebrate the grand opening of an automobile place by giving away a horse.
I'm saying. That's weird.
1948. Harlan Motor Company.
I guess they're saying you won't need the horse anymore.
That's exactly right. That's just for your, just to remember the way it was, because we're fixing it now with selling you a new Dodge.
Right.
1958, this story in the Glasgow Republican. There's some well-known names in this story.
Okay.
This was the day in 1958 that 15 members of the class of 1948, along with their class sponsor, Miss Mary Davis, attended a picnic at Gorin Park. Among those attending were Kenneth Calvert, Bedford Miller, Marvin Rogers, Leonard Kingery, Ralph Palmore, Joe Doherty, Mrs. Bob Virginia Preston Watson, Mrs. Bob Barbara Eubank Cook, Mrs. Trigg Beatrice Denham Curd III, Mrs. Leonard Bernadine Furlong Johnson, Mrs. P.K. Dixie Wade James, Miss Louise Brown, along with David Clay and Maxie Settles. Now, I think it's neat how that they, in 1958, they listed the husband's name and then threw in who they were before they married.
Mm-hmm.
Like Miss Virginia Preston, that's R.P.'s mom.
Really?
Uh-huh. And
I like R.P.
Bernadine Furlong, that's J.P.'s grandmother. Anyway, there's others in here, but that's the way they listed it in 1958 about the days gone by. And it's just good to get together.
You can tell men wrote the paper back then.
That's right. It's the way it was.
I'm just saying.
That's right.
'Cause if women wrote it, they'd be putting our names in there.
They put their name first and then and husband, blank.
I'm trying to tell you.
All right.
If I ever get married again, it's going to be Mr. So-and-so Briggs. He's taking my last name.
That's all right. I had a cousin that did that,
There you go.
Anyway.
Or we'll hyphenate.
Yeah. 1978, this was the day that it was announced for an earlier start for area schools. What's early in 1978? August the 17th for Barron County schools and August the 22nd for Glasgow.
Now they're going back like Monday or something like that.
Yeah. That's what earlier was.
Earlier.
In 1978. But it's the news. We got to report it.
Yes, we do.
As the way it was. Okay, while we're talking about schools, let's go to 1988. Monroe County Board of Education approved a land purchase for a new high school between the Gamelia Road and the old Mulkey Road. Turned out to be a nice place, for
yes,
sure.
Definitely.
That was 1988, but you got to start somewhere, and that's where it was in 1988. 1998, here's what was on at the show, as Jigger used to say. Come to the show, and here's what you can see at the Marquee Cinema. Lethal Weapon, Small Soldiers, Madeline, Armageddon, Dr. Dolittle, Mulan, and 6 Days and 7 Nights. 1998.
Mulan, I remember that movie.
That was what was on at the show at the Marquee Cinema. And finally, this was the day, 10 years ago, 2008, Dr. Bulin Pete Moss received the 2008 Berea College Outstanding Alumni Award.
Wow, that's pretty fancy.
It is big, if you're an outstanding alumnus and and they notice you, you know what? You're going to get that award, and that was good. So that's the way it is in the archive. That's the way things happen back then, and who knows what might come up tomorrow. Well, I can tell you that I'm going to I do know that I hate to preview the archives, but we are going to have that winner of who won that Tennessee walking award.
And all I know is, the things that they gave away at that grand opening, makes like, fingernail files. And
sure. But you think about it, that's pretty, a car heater, that was a pretty big prize,
I can't believe cars didn't come with heaters.
Yeah, well, how would that have happened? They had to have, I'm sure some of them did, but that was certainly not the standard model for sure.
I wonder if they were lying in wait for that person that won that horse to make sure they got a horse license.
Could be.
Guarantee it.
The squirrel license patrol.
I know you can't sell squirrels. You can't sell cats as squirrels. Yeah. I wonder if you get in trouble for that. If they tried to get you for selling squirrels, but you were like, no, it's actually a cat.
Well, they would just not know how to write it up.
As long as you had a license, I'd say you'd be all right.
You're drifting.
I am drifting.
thinking with your crutch.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I fell and hit my head earlier. There's no telling what I'll say in the 7 o'clock hour.
All right. Well, we'll keep an eye on you. We'll come back with a check of the forecast, and we'll have more archives tomorrow, thanks to Joseph A. Wade, Industrial Hardware Services.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Special request, Joseph and Tina Perry Day today. Now, Joseph and Tina Perry are good as gold today because it's their 10th wedding anniversary. And let me see the note right here. I've got a nomination form right here. Joseph and Tina have been married for 10 years on this date. Thank you very much. This person who nominated them obviously thinks a whole lot of them, and I think they're a very nice couple indeed. So, we will pat them on the back today, and we'll come back and we will check the weather forecast for you, and we'll play trivia.
The big July sale is on at Lessenberry Do It Center in Glasgow. Lessenberry's is famous for their high-quality, low-priced driveway sealer. And right now, Easy Stir Asphalt Filler and Sealer is on sale for just $14.97 per pail. Top quality, easy to apply, and a low price. You can't beat it. Working in the garden can go much smoother with the right tools. Lessenberry's is featuring wooden handle tools, a 44-inch round or square point shovel, 48-inch garden hoe, or 14-tine steel bowl rake. An incredible $5.97 each. Save $5 on the 50-foot garden hose, a 5/8-inch medium duty size, only $12.97 while they last. Lessenberry's has lots of way to deal with the heat too. A 5,000 BTU room air conditioner is $107.97. Get a 20-inch 3-speed box fan for only $14.49, with many other sizes of fans, air conditioners, and dehumidifiers in stock, priced to go to work for you. Lessenberry Do It Center, a store full of items you need every day at 1010 West Main.
You've put it off. You've tried to deny it. But the moment has come, dun dun dun, for your kid's first smartphone. Take comfort in being more connected, now for even less. Bluegrass Cellular is offering a selection of new smartphones for less than $5 a month. You heard that right, less than $5 a month. That's less than the price of a fancy coffee. Before you send them back to school, be sure they've got a way to stay in touch. Get more for less when you choose from select Samsung, LG, and other affordable smartphone models loaded with safety features. Give them a brand new device and give yourself the peace of mind that comes with staying connected. Learn more at bluegrasscellular.com or stop by your nearest location to pick up a new smartphone today. Restrictions apply. Bluegrass Cellular, your community expanded.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by South Central Bank.
South Central Bank is a locally owned bank that cares about you and our community, too.
My name's Roger Mercer. My wife and I, Terry, own Southern Kentucky Collision here in Glasgow. It's a collision repair center. We've been dealing with South Central Bank for probably 23, 24 years. They've always been good to us. They're a hometown bank. South Central Bank's been a really big part of our business as far as the growth. They've been there for us when we needed to borrow money to grow, and we appreciate that very much from South Central Bank.
South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help. Member FDIC.
I was on it yesterday afternoon watching radar and looking at shower thunderstorms. They were more isolated than anything else, but some got wet, some did not. And now back behind that front, the air mass just a little bit cooler. It's probably more about the dew points and the drier air settling in than anything else, as our dew points will be in the 60s, maybe even some 50s. And that means the humidity won't be too bad. Overall, a dry stretch of weather coming up until about Sunday, when that next mention of rain comes in. Nice clear sky this morning, mostly sunny later, 91. Tonight clear, 63. Yeah, some spots down into the 50s. So beautiful start to Friday morning, mostly sunny later, 93. Mid-90s coming for Saturday, a few clouds around, and that chance of thunderstorms on Sunday. Highs low 90s, and thunderstorms could linger into early next week. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Crystal clear morning on the WCLU constant coverage and studio radar screen. Nothing to be even zoomed in on out there. Nothing but just beautiful clear skies, beautiful landscape of the place we call home. The barometer's at 3010. The winds are out of the northeast at 5 miles an hour. 82% humidity. 69 at WCLU studios this morning. Weather brought to you by South Central Bank.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Save big on summer adventure during our Jeep Celebration event. How about saving up to $5,800 off the factory MSRP on a new 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Or choose up to $4,000 off the new 2018 Jeep Renegade. Now you can save up to $3,750 off on the newly redesigned 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
It's 2 minutes after 7 o'clock here at WCLU. Coming up, we're going to play trivia, and we're going to see who's going to win dinner at Long John's A&W today. And we've got the live and local 7 o'clock morning edition coming your way in just a moment. But I also need to tell you that we have a guest on the air here just before the news to talk about Lunch and Learn next week. TJ Sampson Community Hospital's very popular Lunch and Learn events. The next one is coming up on Tuesday, July the 17th. It's going to be from noon until 1 at the Pavilion Community Center. And what we're looking for here is folks to come out there. The topic's going to be Wellness for Life, Walking the Walk. And we actually have the presenter on the phone with us today, Ms. Lisa Bellafato from, from Louisville. She is with Passport Health Plans, and she is live this morning. Hey, Lisa, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Henry. Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing?
We're doing real good. Got a beautiful start to the day, maybe a couple of degrees cooler, a little less humidity, and a pretty view out there. And I am certainly...
It sure feels good.
It does. I'm impressed with the fact that this is so topical. Folks are very much interested in hearing the steps to a healthier you. And it looks to me like that you're well qualified to talk about that, Lisa Bellafato. Will you tell us a little bit about what this Lunch and Learn is going to teach us, madam?
Sure. So I have the privilege to run a program called LIFE, which is Lifestyle Improvements for Everyone. Mm-hmm. And I do that through Passport Health Plan. And Passport is a insurance company that offers insurance for people who are eligible for Medicaid, and we are statewide. Mm-hmm. So I am excited to get to share with anyone who comes out for the talk just some ways that we can be healthier through diet, exercise. And I know sometimes it's kind of like boring to think, oh, we're talking about those things again. But there really are some simple things that you can do to help yourself make some healthier choices. And we also talk a little bit about how, our culture influences us, and the choices we have around us with the pressures of fast food and such. So we tend to get into some lively discussions when we talk about it, and I look forward to getting to share that with folks.
And that's one of the special things about this. That's one of the special things about this is that it is interactive. You want people to ask questions. You encourage people to feel comfortable asking questions, or you can just feel comfortable just listening to the presentation. But that's one of the neat things about this particular Lunch and Learn.
Yes, I have a very casual presenting style, so I hope I make it comfortable for people to, share some of their stories, have questions if they have some items that they want to share that they've been successful with making some changes for a healthier lifestyle. I encourage that sharing. I use a lot of visuals. I have these different displays where we can take a look at things. For example, I'm sure it's not going to shock anybody to tell them that soda or pop has sugar in it. That's not a shock. But when we actually look to see how much is in something, like a 14-ounce Coke has 11.5 teaspoons of sugar. And when I visually show you what that looks like, it's usually pretty impactful for people. So those are some of the things we do. It's a couple little tricks on how to figure out how much sugar is in anything that you eat or drink, and we talk about what's recommended and just some ways that you can make some changes. And it's geared for both the general public and also, staff at the hospital, because sometimes some of the practitioners, find it helpful to see some of the visuals that can help their patients to get motivated to make some changes as well.
In fact, there's one CEU for nursing professionals who attend the event, and that's one of the cool things about it. Also, this is and they haven't done this before, but it's a good one to start on. They're having lunch served out at the the pavilion. So that's going to be...
and I hope it's a nice, healthy lunch.
I'm sure it will be.
So that'll be great.
Katie will take care of that. Here's the number to call to RSVP. Let me give the phone number out right here so folks can get a, get their name in line to get that lunch. Call 270-659-3378. That's 270-659-3378 and RSVP for the Lunch and Learn, so you can have lunch out there and enjoy what's going to be a very pleasant conversation with Lisa Bellafato. And Lisa, anything else you want to say to inspire folks to get it on the calendar?
Well, I encourage you all to come out. I think one of the things I like to share with people is that little steps matter. Like, you don't have to make huge, big changes all at once, but even small steps that we can take to making better choices about what we eat or how we move can really be impactful in your life. So I hope to get to see a great group on Tuesday. I look forward to being with everyone.
Lisa, thanks for joining us this morning, and we look forward to meeting you out there as well. And I'll repeat this number one more time so folks can get RSVP'd here at 270-659-3378. That's for Lunch and Learn. Lunch is provided. You need to call, though, and let them know you're coming so they can prepare. Thanks, Lisa. 8 minutes after 7 o'clock at WCLU, 69 degrees. We're going to change gears and play trivia in about 30 seconds.
Do you know what day it is? Well, it pays to know, because Long John Silver's in Glasgow is announcing some show-stopping deals for you and your family. Every Sunday from 11 till 7, it's all-you-can-eat fish and chicken for $8.99. Bring your friends and family on Sundays and get all-you-can-eat fish and chicken $8.99. If it's Tuesday, it's Taco Tuesday. Get a fish taco for 99 cents. Friday, it's crab cakes, just 99 cents each. These are limited time deals, so get to Long John's in Glasgow today.
Let's play trivia. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. If you can answer this trivia question, then you get to enjoy dinner at Long John's A&W in the it's the Fish and More. That's what you win out there. But I got to tell you, this is going to be a fun question right here. Everybody's calling with the answer. Let me ask the question right here first. What is the official national sport of Brazil? What is the official national sport of the country of Brazil? 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Can you answer that question on trivia?
Soccer?
No, that's not right. But I would have certainly bet somebody that that's exactly what the first answer would be. Trivia.
Bally High.
No, not Bally High. Or low. What's the official sport of Brazil? Trivia.
Polo.
Not polo. Trivia.
Boxing.
Not boxing. The official national sport of Brazil. This is to prove that you're a true sports fan. Trivia.
Baseball.
No. Trivia.
Baseball.
No. Brazil. They have an official national sport. Trivia.
Cricket.
Not cricket. Trivia.
Bullfighting.
No. Trivia.
Rugby.
No. The official sport of Brazil. It's a sport I'd never heard of, and I don't know if it's ever been played in this country. Trivia.
Quora.
No, it's not right. Trivia.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll call back.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. We won't go far. Whoops. What's the official national sport of Brazil? Trivia. Trivia.
Highlight.
No. Trivia.
Cricket.
Nope. Brazil, the official sport of Brazil. Now, the most popular sport in Brazil is soccer, but it's not the national sport. The national sport is the number 2 most popular sport in Brazil. Trivia.
Curling.
No. Trivia.
Football.
No. You know what? We're going to take one more. We'll take 2 more, and we'll have to declare a stump. Trivia.
Is it J-I-L-A-I?
No, it's not right. Trivia.
Croquet.
Not croquet. All right. We have a rare stump. Okay, Aaron, click that over there because I've got to see it to pronounce it. The official sport of Brazil is the sport of capoeira. Capoeira. It's an Afro-Brazilian martial arts that combines the elements of dance, acrobatics, and music. It was developed in the 16th century of Brazil. Apparently, it's really a different sport. It's the number 2 sport in Brazil, behind soccer. But soccer says, Brazil says, this is our national sport. Capoeira. Capoeira. I went online and got there's a service we use to help us pronounce hard words. That one is certainly a hard word. Capoeira, an Afro-Brazilian martial arts that combines, you think about martial arts, then you throw in a little dance, and you throw in some acrobatics, and for good measure you bring in some music. And that's what capoeira is. I'm going to spell it for you because I want you to write it down and look it up. It's fascinating. C-A-P-O-E-I-R-A. Capoeira. Capoeira. That is I'm saying that with the Portuguese roll at the end of it there, just because that's what the people at the pronunciation place said to do. Anyway, now you know what the official national sport of Brazil is. It's capoeira. And we'll write stump down, and we'll open it up tomorrow, and we'll clean off that empty slate tomorrow as well. Capoeira. 7:14 WCLU, and everybody's going to say, scratching their head, that guy's crazy. But, hey, it's a real sport. And in reading about it, it goes back to the 16th century, and it's becoming more and more and more popular. Think about it. You can do a dance while competing in martial arts. Sounds wild. 7:14.
CBS News Special Report. President Trump says the U.S. is still on board with allied nations after an emergency session in Brussels.
The United States commitment to NATO is very strong, remains very strong.
Mr. Trump speaking moments ago on an agreement to spend more on defense.
Only 5 of 29 countries were making their commitment, and that's now changed. The commitment was at 2%. Ultimately, that'll be going up quite a bit higher than that.
Reuters reports the president launched into a new round of attacks on member nations in a private meeting earlier in the day. He will be leaving the summit now for England. CBS's Vicky Barker in London.
Mr. Trump heading to the UK today, where he'll visit Blenheim Palace, where Winston Churchill was born, Chequers, the prime ministerial country retreat, and Windsor Castle, where he'll have tea with the Queen. Just about anywhere but central London, where 50,000 people have already indicated they plan to join a big demonstration protesting Mr. Trump's visit.
CBS News.
This is WCLU Glasgow, WCLU FM Unfordville, W253BN Glasgow, services of Royce Radio Incorporated.
I'm Jared Persley. And I'm Daniel Bird. As recent history tells us, disasters can happen. It's impossible to prepare for everything, but it is possible to prepare for what happens next. And that's where we come in. At ISU Pettigo-Lessenberry Insurance Agency, we can provide you with many options as an independent agency. And it's our job to make sure you know about all the what-ifs so that your policy has you prepared for what happens next. So just ask us. We'd be honored that you did. Just give us a call at 651-8837. We're ISU Pettigo-Lessenberry Insurance Agency, growing with a proud community since 1902.
There are exciting things happening at Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic. This is nurse practitioner Brittany Jackson, and yes, the moving and unpacking are complete. Everything is set up, and we are ready to start taking care of you and your family at our new location, 1214B North Race Street. We are so excited for you to come see our new facility on the corner of North Race and Professional Park, directly across from TJ Sampson Hospital. We have bigger exam rooms, more parking, and even some new faces. Samantha and I want to introduce you to our new office staff, Kim Fogel, who will be the voice you hear on the phone when you call and who will assist you with scheduling appointments and requesting refills. Even though our location has changed, what has not changed is our commitment to personal, individualized care for our patients. Our motto is hometown healing, and that is one thing that will never change or be compromised. Our phone number is still the same, 270-629-6722, and our door is always open for new patients. Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic. We are looking forward to seeing you at our new location, 1214B North Race Street in Glasgow. Call today to set up your appointment.
It's spring sale time at Bailey Gibson, and Dad's got the prices you're looking for. New incentives are being offered on many GMCs and Buicks on the lot. We hope you're looking for a new car or truck, because we're looking for good trade-ins. Bring your used car or truck to Bailey Gibson, and we'll offer you a better deal than you can get anywhere around. Stop by and check out our spring savings event now underway at Bailey Gibson in Glasgow. Lola, what do you say?
We're having a springtime sale at Bailey Gibson. Give my dandy a call on his flip phone for a great deal.
7:17, the live and local 7 o'clock morning edition here on WCLU as we enjoy the morning. It's 69 degrees, a little less warm, a little less humid, and let's make it for a wonderful day to get out and enjoy here in South Central Kentucky. This is the live and local 7 o'clock morning edition. Our top story at 7 today is a familiar face that we have on the top story at 7 before, but a little different topic right here. We have Ernie Wagner. Ernie is well known for such things as being a journalist, for being involved in such things as Rolling Thunder and other things that and Freedom Warriors. You see, we didn't practice this, did we? Yeah. Well, he's just an all-around good guy. But I'm thinking about music today because he's also known as Earn Dog. Yeah. And Earn Dog is doing a new program here on WCLU that we kind of wanted to get up here in the morning show and talk about the evening show. Ernie, thanks for coming by.
Well, I'm glad to be here this morning. I appreciate the opportunity to do this new show on here.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot of great responses on Facebook from it. And
6 o'clock on Tuesday night and Thursday night. Earn Dog. And I can give you one definition of what the show is. It's great. But you can give us a more specific definition of what you try to do each program.
Well, what it is, it's Earn Dog's Off the Chart. Mm-hmm. And we're going to be playing music. Have been playing. We started Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And we play deep cuts off of albums that are really great songs.
Yeah.
Not songs that's been crammed down your throat for the past umpteen years.
Yeah.
And you know, most bands, you know, that come out, you know, they have a single that, you know, will make it, but they also have a lot of really good music, you know, on their album.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna be playing some of that stuff. We're gonna also be playing stuff that was on the charts at some time, but it's no longer on the charts anymore.
Yeah. So it's off the chart.
Yeah, off the chart. And we're gonna do a little mix too. You know, we're gonna do some 60s stuff.
Yeah.
We're gonna do some 50s stuff. I think this past Tuesday night we played some rockabilly from Carl Perkins.
Yeah, yeah. A young Carl Perkins it was too.
I think the song was Matchbox. We played Tuesday night.
You also played a little 2 More Bottles of Wine, which a very young Emmylou Harris was probably driving down the road one day and decided I'd like to record that sometime.
Yeah. But it wasn't Emmylou Harris.
No, I know that.
It was Delbert McClinton.
Yeah.
And, you know, Delbert's a great guy. You know, I've been around Delbert a couple times, and he's just a super, super nice guy. Played some Steppenwolf, John Kay.
Yeah.
Also had an opportunity to go to his birthday party back in the 90s.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
How old is he now anyway?
Well, I'm knocking on the 60 door there.
Yeah.
So,
you or him, John Kay?
John Kay, I think at that time it was like his 50th birthday when I went. So.
Hey, Lordy Mama.
Yeah, that's all right.
So this comes on at 6 o'clock on Tuesday nights and Thursday nights, tonight being Thursday night, and you turn on Earn Dogs Off the Charts at 6 p.m. It's on both AM and FM and online. I noticed you got a lot of friends from around the world who tuned into your show last week.
Yeah, we had people from Kansas, we had people from Baltimore, we had people from Indiana, Tennessee, just, you know, all over that tuned in.
Yeah.
And, you know,
but it's kind of a local spin on things.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. And it's just been a great response, and I'd just like to thank everybody that did listen to the show, and hope you continue listening, and I'm sure they will, you know, with the response that we got. And if you're out there and you want something new to listen to, I hope you'll tune in tonight, and it's just going to be a good show. It's going to be a great show tonight. So,
well, I'm excited about it, you know, and I think you're probably going to get a lot of feedback. People, does anybody ever call you on the phone and sing half of a song trying to get you to figure out what the name of it is?
Well, yeah, I have had some.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know, because, you know, you can do that. You can relate to that.
Yeah, and I like that too.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's sometimes it's. I like it because of the fact that it helps me. There's gray matter up there that's slowly dying. And if you can ask me a question that I got to go back into that dark corner and get it back out, I feel better about things when I can get it right.
Yeah, they say, well, I don't know the name of this song, but here's how it goes.
That's right.
You know,
and a lot of times it's close, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's fun. I mean, it is. It's really fun. Right. I enjoy doing it. I'm just looking forward to building the audience. You know, I feel like in the eras that we're going into, you know, there's going to be something in there for everybody.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
And so, you know, just tune in and let me know what you think on Facebook. Go on there, hit us, give us a like, and you know, if you've got a request, something that you haven't heard in years and you'd like to hear, let me know what it is. I'll try to dig it up, and we'll try to get it on one of these shows for you.
You can't forget that name, Earn Dog.
Yeah, you want to know the meaning behind that?
Yeah.
Well, back in the 90s, I managed a band called Trash Can Annie.
Yeah.
And one of the band members, his son, stuck me with that name.
Okay.
And that's where that came from.
Trash Can Annie.
Yeah, he was about 6 years old at that time. And his name was Joel Brinkerhoff. The little boy's name.
Yeah.
And so anyway, He's all grown up now, but he stuck me with that name.
Still calls you Earn Dog, huh?
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen him in a long time, but I'm sure if he seen me, that's what he'd call me.
All right, Earn Dog, your voice will next be heard tonight at 6 o'clock on WCLU for Earn Dog's Off the Charts.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Everybody tune in.
Thank you. It's
Thanks,
7:24, Angela Briggs, and local news right after this.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good, he'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
In more local news, the sheriff's office arrests a father after he shot at his son. On Tuesday night, the sheriff's office responded to Beaver Creek Boat Ramp Road after receiving a report of a domestic incident where a man was shooting at his adult son. After they arrived, deputies made contact with the son and the father, 56-year-old Kerry Lemons. Now, Kerry Lemons has said that he and his son had gotten into an altercation that had turned physical. He said that during the physical altercation, his son choked him. So he grabbed a .22 caliber pistol, fired 2 shots over his son. He said his son then fled down the hallway and he fired more rounds until his .22 jammed. When it jammed, he then grabbed a 9mm handgun and fired another round in the wall where his son had fled. Lemon's son said that he was acting in self-defense during the physical altercation. Said once he got to the bedroom, he went out a window and fled until deputies arrived at the scene. Kerry Lemons was charged with attempted murder, domestic violence, and wanton endangerment, first degree. He was lodged in the Barron County Detention Center. Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin signed an executive order which expands the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship to include students enrolled in certificate, diploma, and associate of applied science degrees in the state's top 5 high-demand workforce sectors. Additionally, dual credit students in high school will also be able to utilize these scholarships. The scholarship was initially announced by the governor back in December of 2016. It provides financial aid for eligible Kentuckians who've not yet earned at least an associate's degree. Through the WRKS, eligible students can receive funding to study advanced manufacturing, business and IT, construction trades, healthcare, and transportation and logistics. Now, prior to this executive order, they only provided tuition for up to 32 credit hours and was aimed at providing career certifications. The scholarship can now be used for high school students interested in pursuing certain careers in the high-demand sectors. The scholarship can also be used by adults without a high school diploma who wish to pursue their career certification or associate of applied science degree in tandem with obtaining their GED. For more information, you can go online to helpwantedky.com. And with a rundown of this month's meeting of the Metcalf County Board of Education, here's Superintendent Dr. Benny Lyle.
The Metcalf County Board of Education met in regular session on Tuesday, July 10th. In recognitions, the Metcalf County Elementary School Junior Beta was on hand, sponsors and some representative students. They were recognized for their outstanding accomplishments at the recent state and national conventions. So congratulations to those teachers and to those sponsors. In action items, the board approved the data security and best practices document provided by our district technology team, and the board approved physical therapy contract and occupational therapy contract for the coming school year. The board discussed the bid for the community center. There was one bid for that came in over bid, and so in conversations with the federal funding agency, that item was not acted on, and conversations will continue with the lone bidder to see if adjustments can be made in the pricing of that facility. The board approved the district assurances for the Kentucky Department of Education and approved second read of related policy updates and notifications. The next meeting of the Board of Education will be on Thursday, August 9th at 5 p.m.
8 former coal supervisors cheated on dust samples. Kentucky Coal Company has been indicted on federal charges that they rigged dust monitoring in underground mines, forcing miners to work in the kind of dirty conditions that can lead to black lung. The 8 company officials were charged Wednesday on one count of conspiracy to defraud the government by deceit, trickery, and dishonest means. The 8 officials worked at the now bankrupt Armstrong Coal in western Kentucky. The indictment alleges company officials ordered workers to remove dust sampling equipment and place it in clean air portions of the mine to get their desirable readings, or they moved workers without dust monitors into the dirtiest jobs. The indictment says the offenses happened at Armstrong's Parkway and Kronos mines between 2013 and 2015. And an attorney for a man who tackled U.S. Senator Rand Paul at his Kentucky home says the government has no legal right to appeal his client's 30-day sentence. Bowling Green Daily News reports Rene Boucher's attorney argued in a motion last Friday that the federal government waived its right to appeal and agreed that any sentence imposed by the judge would be appropriate. Now, prosecutors had sought a 21-month sentence for Boucher, who pleaded guilty to assaulting a member of Congress. U.S. Special Attorney Bradley Shepard filed a motion to appeal the sentence to the 6th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals. Police say Boucher assaulted Paul while he was doing yard work on November 3rd. Some of Paul's ribs were broken in that attack. The senator has said 21 months would have been the appropriate punishment. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs. It's 7:31 a.m., 73 degrees.
News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chapman. Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh is meeting with more senators as he prepares for a bruising confirmation process. On the Senate floor yesterday, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell called the federal appeals court judge the real deal.
He has the all-star legal resume, the top-flight academic credentials. His extensive judicial record is defined by fairness, thoughtfulness, thoroughness, and analytical precision.
President Trump nominated Kavanaugh to replace retiring Justice Anthony Kennedy. Papa John's founder John Schnatter is resigning from the University of Louisville Board of Trustees after admitting to using racial slurs during a conference call. Forbes reported that Schnatter made the offensive comments when asked on the call how he distanced himself from racist groups online. Schnatter released a statement yesterday admitting the reports are true and apologized. Schnatter earlier faced backlash for blaming the NFL player protest during the national anthem for a downturn in his pizza sales. 8 former officials at a western Kentucky coal company have been indicted on federal charges that they faked dust samples in underground mines.
The indictment charges 8 former supervisors and safety officials at the Parkway mine in Muhlenberg County and Kronos mine in Ohio County. They're accused of faking dust samples and lying to regulators about black lung causing risk to miners. The mines were owned by the now bankrupt Armstrong Coal, which is named as an unindicted co-conspirator. The Parkway mine is no longer open. The Kronos mine remains in operation under different ownership. I'm Paul Miles.
Governor Matt Bevin is challenging a judge's ruling that the state's pension plan is unconstitutional. Wednesday, Governor Bevin's lawyers argued a motion to alter the original ruling. The judge who ruled the plan unconstitutional because of the way it was passed said he will not give an opinion on the substance of the bill. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
At AT&T, we believe that access to affordable home internet brings you incredible opportunities. You can enjoy the power to explore a digital world of possibilities and connect with family, friends, and the things that matter most. That's why there's access from AT&T. If a member of your household is a SNAP participant, you may qualify for home internet at a discounted rate of $10 a month. No commitment, no deposit, no installation fee. Plus, get an in-home Wi-Fi gateway at no extra cost. Call 1-855-220-5211 or visit att.com/aware to learn more.
SNAP refers to the Federal Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Pricing excludes tax. Service will include a monthly data allowance depending on the type and speed of service you receive. If you exceed your monthly data plan allowance, you will be automatically charged $10 for each 50 gigabytes of data usage in excess of your data plan, even if less than 50 gigabytes is used. For details about data allowances, go to att.com/internet-usage. Wi-Fi enabled device required. Other restrictions apply.
7:34 at WCLU, and we are waking up with 73 degrees this morning. And let's see, what I need to do is to get in here and talk about the weather forecast again for you, because you got to know how to dress, how to plan, what to do, and the man that keeps up with that for us is Mr. Ray Stagey.
Nice clear sky this morning, mostly sunny later, 91. Tonight clear, 63. Yeah, some spots down into the 50s. So beautiful start to Friday morning, mostly sunny later, 93. Mid-90s coming for Saturday, a few clouds around and that chance of thunderstorms on Sunday. Highs low 90s and thunderstorms could linger into early next week. I'm meteorologist Ray Stagey from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
All right, let's look at the current conditions here this morning. Barometer is at 3010. Humidity is at 82%. A little bit of wind. Actually, the wind speed indicator was about 0 for about a week, it seemed like, because we weren't able to even catch a breeze. But now we got a little wind out of the northeast at 5 miles an hour. The rain gauge, though, is empty this morning. 73 degrees at 7:35.
Be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry. Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Perry on the back today. It's their 10th wedding anniversary, and by special request, this was one of those requested good as gold honoree things that we do, and we do like that when you make those requests. If you see Joseph and Tina Perry around, you've had them on the back, and tell them they're good as gold from WCLU and a little taste of Texas. Why don't we take care of the rest of the list here? We've got Ralphie's Fun Center, the sponsor of the birthdays, with something cool coming up.
Time is running out to register for Ralphie's European Excursion Day Camp. Get signed up now for the week of July 16th through the 20th for kids entering K through 7th grade. Enjoy daily challenge games including laser tag, bowling, mini golf, time free, and dodgeball, along with wet and wild water games, plus educational projects and adventures. 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. with morning drop-off starting at 7:30. To sign up for day camp the week of July 16th through the 20th, call Robin McMurtry at 670-4431 or Ralphie's at 629-GAME.
I was listening to another birthday on the answering machine there. That's why it took me for a second to get here, but I'm going to switch over right now and talk about birthdays. This is the birthday. I just learned that Lance Houck is having a birthday today. Happy birthday to Lance Houck. It is also the birthday today of Cade McFarland. Can you believe that Cade McFarland is 16 today? It is true. Happy birthday to Cade. We also have, let's see, Dustin Ray Pop. Now, Dustin is turning 21 today. Dorothy Wood has a birthday today. Carrie Button, Dr. Karen Small. Kim Gordon is 44. Matt Flowers has a birthday today. Anniversaries for Jeff and Nancy Moore. And as we told you, for Joseph and Tina Perry. It's the 10th anniversary for the Perrys.
I have got
a
couple birthdays.
Okay.
Amanda Lyle.
Okay, let me get my ink pen there. Actually,
Okay.
let me get Amanda Lyle written down right here, right now.
Okay.
Amanda Lyle.
Mhm.
Okay. And
Tracy Lamberth Davis.
Tracy Lamberth, Lamberth.
There you go.
Okay. Tracy Lamberth Davis.
There you go.
Okay. All right. That was done in real time, wasn't it?
It was.
Okay. Well, so there we are. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Why don't we come back in 60 seconds and do some tidbits, okay?
Okay.
All right.
You've put it off. You've tried to deny it. But the moment has come. Dun dun dun. For your kid's first smartphone. Take comfort in being more connected. Now for even less. Bluegrass Cellular is offering a selection of new smartphones for less than $5 a month. You heard that right. Less than $5 a month. That's less than the price of a fancy coffee. Before you send them back to school, be sure they've got a way to stay in touch. Get more for less when you choose from select Samsung, LG, and other affordable smartphone models loaded with safety features. Give them a brand new device and give yourself the peace of mind that comes with staying connected. Learn more at bluegrasscellular.com or stop by your nearest location to pick up a new smartphone today. Restrictions apply. Bluegrass Cellular, your community expanded.
All right. Why don't you just go ahead and, because I'm thinking I'm not going to be able to play the tidbit news thing.
Well, do you want me to play the tidbit news thing?
I do.
Well, now, see, I did an update on my computer, so it sounds like change dropping. Aaron, what are you doing up there?
Yeah, dropping bottle caps.
That's right.
Why are you dropping bottle caps?
I don't know.
That's why it doesn't work.
Yeah. I keep dropping stuff.
That's right. It's putting a short on.
From the north,
there we go.
South, east, west, NEWS. Here's the latest news.
All right, around the world and up the street is tidbit news. We spin the globe, and guess what happens?
What happened?
A few bottle caps fall off of the globe.
Can we talk about something real quick first?
Well, I mean, you're talking. Go ahead.
There we go. Okay. It sounded better than going, "Hey yo, listen up."
Yeah.
So scrolling through Facebook every now and then, amid the post about how terrible people's lives are or how wonderful they are.
Yeah.
I run across something real cool. So Aaron, you got those two pics?
Yeah.
So Mike Wolf for the American Pickers was actually in Cave City this week.
Yeah.
Check out, that's Debbie Passmore and him on the left.
Yeah.
And that is there on the right. There's two of my all-time favorite people, Glenn Bray, and again Mike Wolf. He's from that show American Pickers.
Yeah.
He wasn't picking. He was actually visiting with Debbie and her daughter.
Oh, okay. Well.
So yeah, and Debbie's a friend of mine, and I'm like, Debbie, why did you not tell me that you knew this man?
Yeah, well, I tell you what, he's got a very popular show.
I'm saying, I'm going to have to have Debbie get me a list of all the famous people she knows, just so I know.
All right.
But yeah, I thought it was so cool to see him, such a good guy. He's, come by, talk to people. They said he was great to be around, so that's awesome.
Yeah, so I guess the trivia question I have is, what band's album is that T-shirt from?
It's the Rolling Stones.
Okay, see there? You do go back that far.
Come on now. I mean, if I didn't know the Rolling Stones,
All right. Well, that's neat, though. And I know that Glenn and Debbie both were welcome to have the company there.
I'm saying, like, I'm getting ready to send Debbie a hateful text message. Why didn't you tell me?
Well,
I could have wobbled on down there.
That's not going to accomplish anything.
I didn't say I was going to accomplish anything.
Okay, all right. Well, let's do one follow. I got to do a follow-up story from yesterday, and then we'll get into today's tidbits. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Remember, we had that guy who was harassing the lady in Chicago for wearing a Puerto Rican T-shirt, which was un-American.
Yeah. I thought they was 2 miles outside of Glasgow.
No, that was the police officer resigned yesterday.
Really?
Amid the investigation into his response to that woman. Anyway, I don't see if I can find his. No, I don't have his name in here even. That's okay. He just messed up, and move on with it.
Now, see, I'm not so sure he should have resigned though. Was he on duty? He wasn't on duty, was he?
Yes, he was. He was. He just. He was on duty, and somebody was harassed. I don't know. Somebody else was harassing him, but he didn't do anything.
Oh, I thought he was the okay. Okay.
All right.
He shouldn't resign. I mean, they should make him, he should apologize, but
yeah.
I don't know. It's not like he got physical, did it?
No, it didn't.
That's like if Aaron goes down here and he kicks some cat, down near Tompkinsville.
Yeah.
Then, I mean, we should get rid of him here at the station. We'll just call him a cat kicker or a dog kicker. You know what I'm saying? We'll make him get on the air and hug an animal, and then we'll be good to go.
I was watching Aaron's face trying to digest that picture going to kick a cat down toward Tompkinsville.
Aaron, would you ever kick a
what
cat?
was so specific about going out toward Tompkinsville? That's what I want.
Because I'm trying to make it specific. I'm trying to let the listeners be able to picture this moment in their head.
He wouldn't leave town to do that.
Are you saying he'd be a Glasgow cat kicker?
Right. Remember that song from Colin Grant Adams? I'm a cat, I'm a cat, I'm a Glasgow cat.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember when we played that.
No, I do not remember that.
We played
Good
that
Lord.
like 3 weeks ago. Highland Games.
Oh, I do remember. Yes, I'm sorry. I guess I tuned it out along with that hippopotamus song.
Yeah, that's right. Anything to do with an animal you don't want to sing about.
Just those 2 songs. I like Cat Scratch Fever.
And we need to put the jar on the bottom shelf.
Yeah,
for
that's right. The jam.
Yeah, jam. Sorry.
You don't even know.
You don't even know either.
So, but I can make it up as I go.
We're well aware.
Let me tell you about a couple of tidbits, okay?
All right.
This is out of Vermont this morning. A pastor armed with a handgun attempted to stop a burglar fleeing from his church in Vermont. Pastor Richard Menard of New Beginnings Christian Church in St. Johnsbury told police there had been multiple burglaries at his church recently. He heard his building alarm go off, and so he confronted a fleeing burglar with a handgun.
Goodness.
He says he told the 32-year-old suspect to freeze, but he ran off in the woods.
What?
Police say Justin Kirby of Linden was arrested and faced a number of charges, including burglary. You just don't think, the headline, the slug on this story that on the AP this morning says, pistol packing pastor.
Love it.
It's a triple threat.
Do we have that song, Pistol Packing Mama?
I'm sure we do.
Do y'all just get together beforehand and just make up songs? Like
No, that's real. I know that's a real song.
That's a real one. Yeah. But you had to, I don't know if y'all should be listening to it in junior high or not.
I'm saying.
All right.
All Aaron's problems started back in junior high.
While we're on the topic of guns.
Oh, boy.
Salt Lake City, follow along here. Utah police are looking for the owner of a loaded gun left behind on a baby changing table in a woman's restroom at a suburban Salt Lake City aquarium.
Shut up.
She was changing her baby. She's reloading.
Or she was keeping the gun in the baby's diaper.
Oh,
that is so dumb.
Authorities said they don't plan to file criminal charges against the gun's owner, but they want to find out how the .380 caliber pistol was left behind for people to leave weapons. And they wanted to return it. Police Lieutenant Chad Carpenter tells the Deseret News that it's not uncommon for people to leave weapons behind in bathrooms and other places. A woman found the weapon when she tried to change her newborn baby with her 4-year-old son in tow at the Living Planet Aquarium.
Wow.
Taking the gun to the aquarium.
Because there's so much violence in aquariums, you have to carry that in there.
It doesn't even allow weapons. She says that the gun atop the folded-up table was a tragedy waiting to happen.
The police are not going to say, hey, we're going to charge you with some crimes. Come turn yourself in. They're going to tell you, no, we're not.
You said it best. It's just flat dumb.
Well, that's just like people that say, like about leaving your kids in a hot car in the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
Put something important in the back seat, so you don't forget.
Right.
Your kid's in the back seat.
That's right. That should be the top of the
Isn't
list.
that something important?
Yeah. A quick military story here. The Navy says it's now going to allow service women to sport ponytails and other hairstyles, reversing a policy that long forbade females from letting their hair down. Many black women had asked for changes to the female grooming standards. Lock hairstyles or rope-like strands are also now allowed. Wider hair buns, too. And women can wear ponytails while in uniform.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you're fighting for our country, I don't care what your nugget looks like. I don't care what kind of hairdo you got. I just thank you for your service.
Captain Thoraya Kent is a senior member of the working group that recommended the changes. Kent has been in the Navy for 26 years. She recalled being told to take out her braids early in her career, even though her hairstyle was allowed.
Gotcha.
She said, quote, because of the texture of my hair, it stood straight up, adding it was a very embarrassing moment that stays with you.
Well, yeah, I know what my hair looks like when I first get up, so it's staying straight up.
Yeah, well, that's just, that's part of the deal.
It is part of the deal.
And finally, this story, this has Angela's name written all over it.
Oh boy, we got something about snakes, don't we?
Yeah, I don't want it to go off.
Back there.
This is on the AP this morning out of Pulaski, New York. There's a central New York man who got a rude awakening when a large snake fell from his bedroom ceiling and landing on him while he slept.
You are lying to me right now.
The State Department of Environmental Conservation says one of its officers responded to a call June 29th from a man who says a snake had fallen on him while he was sleeping in his apartment in the Oswego County village of Pulaski, 35 miles north of Syracuse.
See?
A 6-foot-long red-tailed boa constrictor
6 foot long
had escaped its enclosure in an apartment. The agency says the snake fell from the ceiling of the downstairs apartment where it landed on a man sleeping in bed.
Hold up, this was somebody's pet that got loose. I would be beating that person down. Do you hear me?
The man was not injured. The snake has been returned to its owner. I guess all is well.
And the owner got a beat down.
Well, I don't know. It's like I better get a better cage.
I want to see what.
Better get a better neighbor.
That return to owner. I bet it was throwing the snake in the door and running away.
Can you imagine? I still want the city to hire a Pied Piper though to flute these snakes out of town.
Help! A snake has fallen on me and I can't get up.
Oh, man.
I'm going to tell you right now. You let
what
a snake.
Wake-up call.
You let a snake fall on me, I will be camped out in Mayor Doty's front yard until we settle the whole Pied Piper thing.
All right. So that's what we had today in the world of tidbit news.
Sweet Jesus.
Quite the fragments of tidbits today for sure. We'll try to do better tomorrow, okay?
All right.
73 degrees.
I'm Roxanne Cloyd, also known as the New.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Save big on summer adventure during our Jeep Celebration event. How about saving up to $5,800 off the factory MSRP on a new 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Or choose up to $4,000 off the new 2018 Jeep Renegade. Now you can save up to $3,750 off on the newly redesigned 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
7:52 at WCLU, and it's 73 degrees. And we've had the best conversations today with so many special folks. And we've had the gal from up at Passport talking about Lunch and Learn. We've had Earn Dog on here. We've had lots of tidbit news. And now it's the granddaddy of them all, Bobby Lee Hurt, is here to inform us live in real time about the vehicles on the lot at Hurt Auto Sales. Because I know you got good stuff, don't you, Bobby Lee?
I most certainly do, Henry. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing real good. I'm just enjoying the beauty of the day and looking forward to making a good day out of it. And I'm sure you are, too.
I most certainly am, Henry. It is a beautiful day and a wonderful day to go car shopping. You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a place that ought to be on that list, at the top of the list.
Right. Henry, we just got in yesterday, and it looks like a brand new one. It's a 2012 BMW 328i 4-door sedan, low miles, white in color, the sunroof, got a tan leather inside.
Ooh.
It's a beautiful car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And we've got it priced for just $13,900.
Now, folks know that BMW stands for Bobby's Most Wanted. And so when Bobby is looking at one of those BMWs, you are pretty meticulous. You are very much going over that thing with a fine-tooth comb to see if it's good enough to put on Hurt Auto Sales lot. And so this one must pass.
It most certainly does. And when I say looks like a brand new, and trust me, it does.
Yeah,
Most certainly does.
better say it today because you certainly didn't gouge the price on that at all.
They won't last long.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Also, Henry, got a 2013 Ford Escape. Just got it in yesterday, local trade. And we're going to price it for $10,900 today.
Those are neat vehicles, very neat vehicles. They're so useful.
They sure are. Lots of room and good on gas, and just make somebody a wonderful vehicle.
Yes, sir.
Got a 2007 Chevy Tahoe. It has the LTZ package on it. And we're going to lower the price on that, Henry, to $9,900.
Son, that's for a Tahoe. That's a not that old of a vehicle with not a huge amount of miles on it. There's nothing to stop you from going up there and buying it today.
That's right. And if you don't want to spend a lot of money and want just a really nice ride, we've got a 2012 Chevy Impala, local trade as well, and it is super sharp price for just $7,900.
That's a great price. It is. On 2012, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, give you lots of comfort, lots of driving time, a lot of unused miles on it. Okay. So,
but don't take Bobby's word for it. You go find out for yourself. You will find the folks at Hurt Auto Sales most accommodating. They'll open the door for you. They'll give you all the time in the world to ask questions, to think about it, to study on it, to let it simmer a little bit, and make you happy about buying from Hurt Auto Sales, like a whole big other bunch of folks are too, Bobby Lee.
That's correct. We do not put any pressure on anybody. So hey, just come in and relax and just check them out. Okay.
That's good. And the thing is, you might, somebody might come up there thinking they want this type of vehicle, and the way you keep that lot in tip-top shape, people might change their mind once they get there based on what they thought they were coming to look for.
That's correct. You might buy two instead of one.
That's right. You can double it up there. It's the buy one, get one sale.
That's right. Hey, whatever it takes.
At Hurt Auto Sales, Bobby is always on the prowl looking for the very latest in great bargains, and he certainly doesn't sit on them. He brings them up there, and actually I know Bobby has you've found a whole lot of vehicles before that you really like and that people are going to buy, but for a day or two you might drive it a little bit too,
I do. I like to drive all my merchandise and check them all out.
Yeah.
And, that way you can tell people more about them.
Sure.
For sure.
And what's the motto that will keep you going today, sir?
No pain when you trade with Hurt.
Bobby Lee, 621 West Main Street, a beautiful place to sit and just set a spell and study vehicles because they got them. Have a good day, sir.
And you also. Thank you, Henry.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
It was one of those moments. I was a proud dad.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
Eva Reeves over in Edmonton won a pair of tickets to go and see Muscadine Bloodline at the Plaza Theater. What an enjoyable place to watch anything. That's going to be tomorrow night. I think we have another pair of those to be given away, and it'll probably happen today. So you can make plans accordingly. So keep the radio with you. You might win a pair of tickets to go to see the Muscadine Bloodline, just like Eva did.
The following weather forecast is brought to you by Peggy Tuck Edwards and Private Caregiver and Referral Services.
I was on it yesterday afternoon watching radar and looking at shower thunderstorms. They were more isolated than anything else, but some got wet, some did not. And now back behind that front the air mass just a little bit cooler. It's probably more about the dew points and the drier air settling in than anything else. As our dew points will be in the 60s, maybe even some 50s, and that means the humidity won't be too bad. Overall, a dry stretch of weather coming up until about Sunday, when that next mention of rain comes in. Nice clear sky this morning, mostly sunny later, 91. Tonight clear, 63. Yeah, some spots down into the 50s. So beautiful start to Friday morning, mostly sunny later, 93. Mid-90s coming for Saturday, a few clouds around, and that chance of thunderstorms on Sunday. Highs low 90s, and thunderstorms could linger into early next week. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.